like, I'm sure you can tell how excited I am right now. This is our very first ever Total Chaos MLB. I've got Tim Earle. I've got Nick Earle. I've got the twins here. They know a lot about baseball, and they are ready to get down to business on this. So we'll start with you, Tim. How's it going?
You know what? I've been excited for this day since the World Series ended. So I'm ready for baseball. I'm always a baseball person. Been following baseball since before I could walk. So all day, let's go Mets.
I love it. Okay, Nick, give me your spiel. How excited are you for this day?
Oh, of course I'm pumped. This is the best time of the year. Forget Christmas time. Forget all the holidays. It's MLB season. That's the best season of the year. I'm happy to be on the first Total Chaos for baseball this year. I'm glad they throw me a cupcake the first week. So this is going to be a good this should be a fun time, and let's get to it. This is going to be fun.
I think, are both of you Total Chaos champions right now?
I currently am college basketball, yes.
You're college basketball. Tim, you fell out to Higgs on NBA. That's what it was. Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm gonna have my college basketball. I'm gonna have my MLB, and eventually I'm gonna have my NHL again. So
you're gonna need more waists for all those belts. Although I like to call them crowns. They've always been crowns on the show. I don't know where all
Nope, they're belts. They're belts.
From. Is that like the man way to do it? Is belts and not crowns? That makes sense. I did create the show. Okay, so
fair enough.
Yeah, just saying hi, Donna. Hi, Angie Edwards. All right, the ladies are here. We're ready to start this off. If you guys haven't seen a Total Chaos before, here's how it works. I'm going to give these guys, I'm not sure how many. Usually we do 5, but we got a couple more than that. These games start on Thursday, April the 1st, opening day for the MLB season. They're going to give me their play on the over or the under. Whoever gets the most correct gets to come back next week as the Total Chaos MLB champion. You'll be the first. We never did MLB Total Chaos, so you will be the first. And if you want to find Nick and Tim Earle, find them at Earle Sports Bets. Pop that into your Twitter or pop it into your YouTube. They do lots of free content every single day. All right, well, Tim, since you're not currently holding a belt or wearing a crown, that means Nick is going to get us started off because we always start with the champs, right? So, Nick.
Hey, ladies first.
You what?
Ladies first.
I love you guys. Okay, this is what Total Chaos is made of. And if you are just joining, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. All right, Nick, let's roll. Blue Jays at the Yankees, 7.5 is your number. What do you got on it?
All right, super exciting. We have a couple of Mets fans here, and we're starting off with the Yankees game. Fantastic. But we have Hyun-Jin Ryu and Garrett Cole for this matchup. And one thing I'm really focusing on for this matchup is this Yankees batting lineup. I think this is just a terrible matchup for Hyun-Jin Ryu. They have DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Aaron Hicks, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, Gio Urshela. This is going to be a stacked Yankees hitting lineup. I'm going over for this game. It's going to be tough to bet unders for the Yankees this year, especially against left-handed pitching with how right-handed dominant this lineup is. They're going to put up some runs. So is this Toronto Blue Jays team. They've got a good young team. They picked up Marcus Semien in the offseason. They have Calvin Biggio, Bo Bichette. Like, they got some Vlad Guerrero Jr. This is going to be a fun game. I'm going to go over the total. I'm going to say the Yankees win tomorrow. I have a bet on them plus 115 on the run line. But for this contest, we're going over the total.
Over we go. George Springer is going to be out for the beginning of the Blue Jays season. That made me very sad. Tim, what do you say about this one?
You know what? I'll be nice for this first one. I'll agree with you. It's just these two offenses with the Blue Jays bolstering up their offense with their young talent. The Yankees with their heavy right-handed lineup. It's going to be an over one for me because one thing to really consider for opening day is most of these pitchers will go 5-6 innings. They're not going to go deep into the game, so it's not really going to be most of the time people are going to look at the unders and go, I got to go there because it's opening day, lots of aces. The bullpens are going to be shaky. It's going to be the beginning of the year, and we don't know where these are going to go. But bullpens, I got the over in this one because the last 3 innings should be able to perform enough.
Over and over. All right. When they agree, those are the consensus picks, and they tend to be the most valuable on the show. So already we're off to a moneymaker. I like it. Tim, you're going to roll it along with your Mets and the Nationals. 6.5 is the number. Hit it.
I know I just mentioned the whole bullpen thing. I'm going under for this one. You got Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer, two Cy Young pitchers going at it, and I feel like this one's I feel like both pitchers are going to go 7. Bullpens are pretty strong. Both teams have made efforts to make their bullpen better. So I'm going to go under in this one. I see this one as like a 3-2 game or something close. Obviously, I got my Mets winning, but I'm going under for this one.
Nick, what do you say?
I think this fool is wrong. I think 6.5 is way too low of a number. I kind of look at 6.5s in baseball like I do with 5s in hockey, and it's a bet and over, or it's leave it alone. I think I understand why it's a 6.5 with Jacob deGrom, arguably the best pitcher in baseball, Max Scherzer, arguably a top 10 pitcher in baseball, but these teams can hit as well. The Mets got Lindor in the offseason. They have Michael Conforto, Pete Alonso, who can hit. McNeil's no slouch at hitting either. Dominic Smith started to come into his own last year. On the other side, Juan Soto is a MVP candidate. They got Bell from Pittsburgh. I like that as well. Schwarber, a little bit of power in the middle of the lineup. I like the over in this matchup. Slight lean towards the Nationals just because we're getting plus money on them, but I'm not betting this game. I'm just going to leave it alone. I would go the over more than anything in this game for the Mets and the Nationals.
It feels like an obvious under, but I feel like if your under is going to get played, it should be in the first 5. Like that would be my underplay because like not really sure what's going to happen. Like actually Tim said, bullpens are a little shaky. Not sure what's going on there. So we'll agree to disagree or just maybe mix it around. We're going to hit the Dodgers at the Rockies, 11.5. It looks like a big number. If you guys in new baseball betting land don't know baseball totals, but Coors Field is where the Rockies play and balls fly out of that park. But Nick, is that number too high for opening day?
For me, yes, it is. Clayton Kershaw is a very talented pitcher on the bump for the Dodgers, and I know absolutely this Dodgers lineup will score runs tomorrow, though. The only problem with this total is if I'm going to be betting an over on a number this high, I need 2 teams that can dance the dance and be able to get me runs. And this Colorado Rockies team is in shambles. They lost Nolan Arenado in the offseason. The only legit bats they really have in this lineup is Charlie Blackmon and Trevor Story, which I don't think they'll be here past All-Star break. So this is going to be a very poor Colorado Rockies team. I think that LA dominates this game, but I think it's more like an 8-2 type of game where we're going to go under the total for the Rockies and the Dodgers.
Under we go. Tim, what do you say?
I can't bet under in Coors, especially with the Dodgers in town. I'm going over for this one. I know we're disagreeing a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like the Dodgers can almost do it by themselves tomorrow. It's just they have Marquez on the mound, which is not impressive by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, Clayton Kershaw is out there. I still think the Rockies can score 2 to 3 to 4 runs in that area. I think that the Dodgers can help booster up enough to make this one go over. I'm grabbing the over in this one.
Okay. Well, Sean Higgs in the chat has lots of fun comments and questions. So whichever one of you wins this, I'm pretty sure you know who you're going up against next. All right. So get your college boys. All right. We're talking Twins at the Brewers. Yes, they are twins, Lewis, right? So it's a fitting game. Tim, kick it off. We've got 8 going up on the board. I know Sean Higgs is a big Brewers fan this year.
Hey, and I feel confident in Sean Higgs' Brewers. I actually do like him to win the game, and I actually like this one over. I feel like both offenses will be able to score enough. Twins had one of the best offenses in the league last year, or at least in the American League last year. The problem with the Twins is that they don't know how to win in the postseason, but that's besides the point. I do think this one goes over. I think the offenses carry it. Maeda and Woodruff are good pitchers, but the offenses in this one are just too strong.
Nick, what do you got to say?
I feel like I did my numbers wrong here because I agree with Tim on the over. This offense for Minnesota is so dominant. Max Kepler on the top of the lineup with Josh Donaldson. Nelson Cruz still has tons of pop on his bat. Miguel Sano. They have one of the best hitting catchers in the league with Mitch Garver. This is a very talented Minnesota team. And Milwaukee on the other side is not terrible either. They're getting Lorenzo Cain back. They didn't have him last year because he opted out of the season. They still got one of the best hitters in baseball, Christian Yelich. I like the over in this game, and I like the Twins.
All right. Well, why wouldn't you? Ron likes the Twins. Ron Crawford likes the Twins too. He's going -115 there. So pretty much a pick 'em on that. Detroit Lenny says the Dodgers can cover that 11.5 on their own. But hey, like typical rule for if you're rolling with an over, 2 teams need to compete. So that's just for me personally. If I want an over, I need both of you to participate to get that. We're going to roll with the White Sox at the Angels. A lot of early season hype on these White Sox. 8.5 is the number. Keep it rolling along.
I'm going under on this one. Lucas Giolito is a Cy Young candidate, if not my Cy Young pick for this year. The offense of Chicago is strong, but I feel like the pitching is what's going to be able to try to carry it. On the other side, yes, Bundy and the Angels pitching is not 100%, but I feel like Giolito can shut them down enough to the point where this one goes into an under. So I'm grabbing the under 8.5 in this one.
Under 8.5. Nick, what do you say? You skipped him. It was his turn, actually. But go ahead, Nick. What do you got?
It's all good. I'm on the under as well. I love Lucas Giolito as a pitcher this year. Now, I understand all the hype with the Chicago White Sox this year. I'm more high on the Minnesota Twins than I am on the Chicago White Sox. Don't get me wrong. I still like the White Sox. I have a bet on them tomorrow. I got them at, I think, -115. It was not a great line on it, but this is a team where if Lucas Giolito is pitching and they're a -130 or lower, you bet that line because Lucas Giolito is that type of pitcher. He is special. He is going to be competing with Shane Bieber and Garrett Cole for a Cy Young Award. This game goes under the total. The only thing that really worries me about that is this LA Angels offense. Between Ohtani, Trout, and Rendon, and then Upton and Pujols, this team can rake, but I'm going to go with the under here. I think Lucas Giolito will be able to shut down this Angels offense.
Shutting them on down. Okay, another really tough division is the. I swear to God, I knew what I was going to say, and then I didn't. Okay, 2 more teams that are in a really tough division. The Cardinals are at the Reds. 7.5 is the number. Nick, why don't you go first? Since old Skippy McSkipperson will just jump in there.
Yeah, we mentioned this game earlier on the live cap, and I'm going to go exactly the way I was talking with that game last time, or 3 hours ago, because nothing's changed. I like the under in this game. I like the first 5 under. I like the full game under. These are 2 very good pitchers, Jack Flaherty and Luis Castillo, very talented pitchers. And looking at this Cincinnati team, I don't know how good their offense is truly going to be. Castellanos and Suarez are the only ones that really scare me in that lineup. Joey Votto, I think, is a little bit past his prime, and so is Moustakas a little bit. So I like the Cardinals in this matchup, and I like the under for this game.
Tim, do you agree? And don't you ever talk that way about Moose again. Tim, do you agree? You're dead to me, Nick. We're done here.
Yes, I agree with Nick on this one. I'm going under. Reds offense, until they show us that they can actually hit the ball, I can't really bet overs on them. Flaherty is going to be a very good pitcher this year. He'll have more of a bounce back season. He had a meh season last year. I do like the under in this one. Both pitchers solid. So going under with this one.
So we agree again. Okay, last one. This is a tough one for me. I'm from Houston. I grew up an Astros fan. I used to work for the Athletics. So I'm a little torn here, guys. What do we say? Tim, you go.
I feel like this is one of the ones that were more easy for me to decipher over under. I'm going to go over in this one. I have Houston winning this game. Greinke's going to pitch decent, but not great. Bassett, I still don't know what we're going to get from him. And these offenses are nothing to be laughing at. I feel like the Astros have a solid shot at winning the division. Athletics will probably come in third, but I do like this game to go over. I think the offenses are good enough.
All right. I think they come in second. Who do you think comes
I was going to say, Sam, I think you mispronounced third. You mispronounced second. You said third, because I definitely think this Athletics team is better than this Angels team by far. Looking at this game, I like the over as well. These are two very talented lineups for the Oakland Athletics. They unfortunately lost Marcus Semien in the offseason, but they still got Conha. They still got Laureano, Olsen, Chapman. They still got decent top of the batting order. I mean, in the Asterisks still have Altuve and Brantley and Bregman and Alvarez. So and Correa. They still have a strong core there in Houston. So I like this game over. If I would have to pick a side, I'd lean towards the Athletics.
All right. So you're split on that. And they have Dusty Baker. Don't forget about that too. That is going on. But I really love, I have these teams that I just like to watch them play baseball, like the Braves, the Padres, the Athletics. I really enjoy them enjoying doing their job. I think that makes for a stronger baseball team. So sorry, Houston, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Athletics a bit here too. But I'm probably just not going to bet that game. Yeah. Okay. So let's do a quick recap on this. Once again, if you guys want to find Tim and Nick Earle, they've got their own biz going on. So pop in Earle Sports Bets on Twitter or on YouTube. That way you can get connected with their daily podcast. Nick does NHL and college basketball. Tim does NBA and baseball and esports. He's our Crossfire expert. It is Crossfire, right? No, it's Counter-Strike. I always get it wrong. It's like you guys' name. I'm just always going to screw that up on the first time. Okay, so let's do a quick recap on all of this jazz. Boom. Remember, when they agree, those are typically our best plays, so you might want to get out a pen and paper. But before you do that, hit the like button. We need your likes. That's how we keep giving you guys all this awesome free content that you get like 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. So on the Blue Jays game, the number is 7.5, and you guys are both taking that one over. We disagree on the Mets, which is a little kooky because that's your team. Tim is going under and Nick is going over. I feel like we should do a consensus in the chat. What's the fam think? What do you think, fam? The Dodgers game, 11.5, big number, but not too big for Coors Field sometimes. Nick says it goes under. Tim is taking that one over. The Twins number is at 8. And of course, they're twins. They agree. It goes over the total of 8. White Sox are at 8.5. They're both taking this under. Giolito is a beast. Keep your eyes out for Giolito if you don't know anything about baseball. Cards, 7.5. You guys are both rolling with the under on this one. Reds offense is a bit lacking, although Moose is still the man, so don't talk crap about him, Kay. He was injured last year. It was a rough year, okay? They were the top of their division preseason. I'm just saying.
And they were a massive disappointment.
Yes, that's true also. That's correct. Yes, you are right there. And then the Astros, 8.5. You guys are both taking that game to go over. First 5 under on a DeGrom game was money last year. And a big reason DeGrom is a great pitcher. Also, Mets don't have any players that hit the ball. That has changed this year, though. So keep your eyes out for the Mets. They're going to be a lot better of a team than you probably remember them being last year. Thank you, Johnny Cash.
Thank you, Johnny Cash.
Hey, I take compliments in all forms. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that was it. It was just that easy. I'm so excited that happened. I can't wait to go make some bets now that I've got a little inside info on what you guys are thinking. I know you do your homework. And once again, don't forget, check them out at Earle Sports Bets. That's where you find all their premium picks. Johnny Cash, you're drunk right now. I know you are. You're hitting on me now. Like we talk in our morning wood chat. What? This is what's going on? Go Hogs. How about that, Johnny Cash? Go Hogs. All right, guys, thank you for coming on the show. I look forward to seeing one of you next week as the Total Chaos champion. And Nick, I will see you on Friday for the college basketball Total Chaos Championship. I'm not sure who your opponent is yet, but we'll get you one. All right. All right, guys. Yeah. May the best capper win.